G'day.
Hello.
Oh, look at that
Hello.
shirt.
Hello, Captain. What's going on?
Well, we'll get to that. Let's that shirt's amazing. Give us stand up, show me that shirt.
Mm, mm. What do you reckon?
That's
It's pretty
incredible.
sick, eh?
That's so cool.
I actually think we should get these done
We probably
properly.
should. Are we
Mm.
breaching any kind of AI legislation or something doing that?
Well, I just think we just need to take out the Rockstar logo because it's actually had the Midjourney logo there,
Yeah.
and we could just pop Boston the Brewer logo or something, or get someone to Photoshop it and blur it out or something.
Probably also can't say Jack Daniels, can it? In fairness.
It doesn't say Jack Daniels.
Oh, doesn't it?
No, it's like it's the AI interpretation of Jack Daniels.
Oh, okay.
It actually does not say Jack Daniels. You know how when you do stuff and it get it to write text and it just sort of does this pretend text and stuff like
It
that.
does it a bit.
I reckon let's ask the group if you're in the Boston the Brewer Facebook group and you think that a chameleon T-shirt with a picture of a chameleon drinking Jack Daniels is a sick form of Uber fashion. Let us know.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll give it a red hot go, I think.
I like that you're doing it at the start of the episode, so
Yeah.
people might actually
If
do
you
it.
haven't joined the Boston Brewer Facebook group, do you know where it is? It's at facebook.com/groups/Boss and the Brewer.
Yeah, it's pretty good. There's some good content in there. Normally photos of you
Quality
at events
content. I
and
think I've just
close-ups
seen
of your head.
I've just seen one that's like just gone in there, I think, just in the last few minutes. Yep, there we go. There's Matty Wolf. He's just so I don't know if you've seen the one where Matty Wolf, he says when you need to do a key piece of assessment, Steve Hendo Henderson has filthy glassware, and so he's actually signed up. He's now the one of the brewing teachers at TAFE Queensland,
Yeah, yeah.
and so he's doing his TAE, and in order for him to teach solo, he has to do the enterprise presenter skill set, which you're quite familiar with. And so he has to give a presentation. So he's giving a presentation on how to clean glassware.
Oh, yes. That's
sake.
great.
Have you seen the picture?
No, give us a little linky in the notes here.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. You got a beer?
Yeah. No, it's in the fridge.
Oh, okay.
I send this to you. Oh, yeah. Dan Norris, send. There you go. Send it. Can I just get it? Can I get my glass of my beers? I actually went and bought some beers today. So give me a second.
I mean, I do wonder why you didn't do that 4 minutes ago when we were preparing for the podcast instead of after we started recording the podcast. That'd be my first question. But anyway, he's off now. I don't know what.
Sidetracked. Got sidetracked.
So yeah, okay.
I got very sidetracked. I was doing something. Anyway, so I've got some interesting beers tonight.
Oh, you sent it to me on Facebook. Oh, I see. Okay. I mean, what do you need to do? Key piece of assessment. Oh, wow.
Yeah, what do you reckon?
That's great. His beard's looking strong too. He's been working on
Isn't
that.
it? Well, he's a teacher now. It has to be.
Yeah, has to be nicely trimmed.
Yeah.
What do you got?
I've got 3 beers here. I've got a 2 Hawkers beers and a local beer.
I forgot to call Mazen back. God damn it.
Well, get him on next week.
Oh, he rang me again. I forgot. I was on holiday. In my defense, I was on holidays.
Yeah, rightio. Anyway, I'm going to drink this local one I've got here.
So look.
We'll just make it an interesting show. It's called Face Melter by Sea Legs. West Coast IPA.
Wait. There we go. Nice. Face melter.
Face Melter.
What kind of standos are we working with? There must be around
7.5%. So we are talking 2.6 standos.
No. 2 point, yeah. Really? 7.5%.
Well, it's a 440 ml can.
Oh shit, is it?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's
We'll send. Let's go.
All right, we're doing a sideways pour into the glass.
That's how you stop it from going glug, 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 glug.
There we go. Oh, it's got a nice color to it.
It's a fucking beautiful color.
Wow, that looks rich.
2.6 standos, mate.
Wow. Okay.
Look at that glass. That's actually not too bad tonight.
Oh, that's fucking great. I'm going to get the close up of that one.
Yeah, I don't need Matty Wolf to tell me how to fucking clean a glass. I already know.
Get you and your perfectly trimmed beard out of my face. Can I make an announcement, Hendo?
Mm-hmm.
So, loyal listeners to this podcast.
God damn. That's actually
good?
really fucking good.
Nice.
That's excellent.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, man, I haven't had a West Coast IPA like that in ages.
Nice.
That's great.
Is it dank? Is that how you would describe it?
There's a bit of dank in there, and there's a little bit of orange peel and orange pith going on, very citrus-like.
Nice.
And a nice crystal malt sweetness going on in there. It's really good. It looks like fucking orange
dark.
juice. Great.
Yeah, so loyal listeners of this podcast will be aware that a few weeks ago I made the announcement that I boat.
You bought a boat, yes?
And I wanted you and our loyal 12 listeners to be the first to know that I'm officially, if you can't see this, I'm taking off my captain's hat.
Yes.
And I'm laying it down, and I'm officially retiring from boating. Effective immediately.
What happened, pray tell?
Well, the plan was go on a camping.
You were enjoying yourself. You were enjoying yourself with the boat. You were boating everywhere. We're going to boat to the V8s in a couple of weeks.
We were going to do that. We aren't now because I've retired, but we were thinking about it. I was going to boat everywhere. So I was going to go on a camping holiday with Aaron. The plan was we'll boat to South Stratty and then we'll camp there in a cabin. So it's not really camping. And then, which we did successfully. We got there quite quickly. It was pretty fun. We saw turtles and dolphins and some other shit. And then yesterday, the plan was to boat from South Stratty to the pub at Calypso Bay.
Okay, yes.
Have you ever been there?
Which one?
Harrigan's at Calypso Bay.
Nope.
It's it's kind of Jacob's Well area. It's in a very weird area. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's this gigantic pub on the water. It's quite cool.
Yes.
So the plan was boat there for lunch, but it was going to be an early lunch. So we left at like 10:30, had a little bit of a fish on the way, and the plan was get there around 11 when it opens for lunch.
Where were the cabins?
South Stratty.
Like Curran Cove or something?
Tipplers.
Oh, Tipplers. Yes. Tipplers campground. Yes.
Yeah.
So not too much of a boat.
You're looking on the Google Maps, right?
I am looking on the Google Maps, and I think I did. What happened? I think I know what it's about to happen.
Well, I looked on the Google Maps, and then we got in the boat, and then we boated, which was all according to plan. And then we got to the river that Harrigan's is on.
Yes.
And I wasn't sure whether to kind of do a hard left or whether to go around and then go onto the other side of the river and go left.
Yes.
But a lot of the boats seemed to be going around, so I went around. This is also low tide, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was low tide anyway. It was close to low tide. And then I got up close-ish to where the pub was, probably more than halfway. And it was clear I had to go back to the main channel because I could see all the boats going along that main channel, right? And I was on the other side.
Yes.
And so the plan at that point was to boat from the right-hand side of the river to the left-hand side of the river, which if you're looking at, actually, share your screen.
I'll share your screen, yeah.
Share your screen. Do you know how to do the satellite view?
Yes.
Oh, layers. Here we go.
Rightio. So you're over here.
No. Zoom in.
You're over here at Tipplers.
No. We're in this main river here where Harrigan's is on. This main river.
Hang on.
So
in here, yes.
We're on this main river here. So between
and there's Dinner Island, yes.
Yeah. So go to your right a little bit. Okay, so you can see the main channel there, right? It's going on the left-hand side of the river.
Yes. You mean the dotted line where you can see the boats and the satellite view?
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Yes, the dotted line, and there's boats in that. So let's go across a bit more. So see that boat on the left. So okay, yeah. So where we are here, right? Actually, just go a little bit more to the right, a little bit more. Okay, there. So that you can see the main channel. So we're coming from this river down the bottom here, right? Just from the Google sign. No, the other side. Here.
Up this way, yes.
We're coming here. So I come out of the mouth of this river. Instead of going a hard left, where all the boats are going, I go over to the other side and I'm cruising along the other side of the river.
Over here.
Exactly. I was there.
Over here.
Exactly there. Right in the middle of
And
where
what-
you've just drawn. See what's in between there and the main channel that you've just
Sand.
circled? What
Sand.
would you describe that as?
Sand or mud or something.
That's land. Yeah, that's land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so
I was just thinking boats aren't meant to go on land unless they're on a trailer.
well, the irony is this hat is from the aqueduct on the Gold Coast,
Okay.
and I went on
Yes.
that, and it went on land, and it went on water.
But that's not a boat though, it's an aqueduct.
Right, but this is my training in boating. Is this is my
the
captain's
aqueduct?
hat. This is all I know.
Rightio.
Okay.
So what happened when you took your boat on the land?
Well, what happened was I came across this side of the river, and it was all water. There was no land there. Because this photo here has been taken at low tide, but at high tide,
Yes.
sorry, it was at just before low tide. It's all water, so you can't see that
Yes.
there's land underneath the water.
Yes.
Right? I mean, you could if you had a depth sounder, which I think is something that some people have on boats.
Yes.
I don't have one of those things. So I started driving across this way, and all of a sudden the engine started bogging. And I thought the best thing to do in this situation is to keep driving.
Oh dear.
So I kept driving, and then a guy was parked over the back there, and he came over in his little tinny and yelled out. He said, "Don't keep driving because you're driving onto land and you're in a boat." Right? So
Did you listen to him?
well, yes, at that point I was like, okay, cool, I'll get out of the boat. I could see there was about 15, 20 centimeters of water, right?
Yes.
And in the water was all reeds. It's all like mushy reeds. And so I jumped out of the boat, and my feet sunk about 30, 40 centimeters into the mud.
Oh.
So it was all mud underneath and reeds, and there was about 15, 20 centimeters of water.
Oh. Well, that's no good.
I can see you sharing your screen and not paying attention. What is it?
No. I'm trying to find the navigation map that you're supposed to use.
Oh, there's a navigation map?
Yeah. That like tells you, even if you don't, right?
Mm.
So basically you got stuck on this sandbar.
Right, an island. It was on land.
A land, this land where boats aren't meant to go.
Mm-hmm. Unless you're the
Right.
aqueduct.
I don't think the aqueduct would have been able to drive on that land. It sounds like it was a bit squishy.
It was very squishy. It was like the
Yeah.
never-ending story.
So even the aqueduct would have been fucked.
Yeah.
Rightio.
Anyway, so okay, so
what
so
happened when you got stuck?
the guys like put it into reverse. I tried to put it in reverse. That didn't work. I chucked the anchor out and tried to pull the boat around to get it facing his boat so he could chuck us some rope and pull us out of there.
Yep.
The anchor just got buried like 30, 40 centimeters under the mud.
Yes. Did you lose an anchor as well?
I then tried to stand on the esky lid so I could at least stand outside of the boat, thinking I could get some weight out of the boat. Meanwhile, this was 11 o'clock, right? And I thought the low tide was 20 past 11. Yes. So I thought, okay, so we're basically bang on low tide. The tide's going out. It's going to get worse for the next half an hour.
Yes.
But after that, it'll be fine. But turns out I was wrong about the tides as well, because I didn't actually really check them. I just Googled Gold Coast tides or something, and they changed from location to location, which was news to me.
Sure.
So anyway, we were stuck, and so we sat there. We sat there for an hour, and then I noticed that the tides were actually lower than they were when we got there.
Right. Okay.
And then we sat there for another hour, and they were the same. And then we sat there for another hour, and by this point, I was just not looking at the water behind us.
Yes.
And just waiting an hour before I looked to give myself the confidence that things were improving. You know what I mean? I was playing mental mind games with myself.
Yep.
And after the third hour, no better. Exactly the same. So this was 3 p.m. at this point. Still complete land around us. No water left.
Yeah, okay. Rightio.
And then...
Oh, here we go. Here's what we're looking for.
All right, let's have a look at this. A yacht. See, how do people navigate this with a yacht? I'm in a tiny little fucking 12-foot tinny.
It's practically a yacht. Okay,
right,
here we go. Let's have a look at this. So I'll zoom in here. Rightio. So, Okay, so you drove up this way on the western side of Tulleen Island,
Correct.
chuck a left to go up towards
Well, I
Jacob's
didn't
Well.
do that. I didn't do that.
You see how this picture's got the big red circle here? I didn't draw that red circle.
No, someone else drew that red circle, but it looks
Someone
a
else
lot
drew
like
that
your
red-
red circle that you drew.
Oh, that's right, but do you know why someone drew that red circle there?
I think it's to signify that this is a zone for aqueducts.
It's
Possibly.
a zone for fucking land, mate. It says don't take your boat there.
Oh, don't take your boat there.
Yeah. Anyways, now I'm no sea captain, but
Well, neither am I, not anymore.
but I can read a navigation chart reasonably well. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so you see these little green and red things here and the black and yellow thing here.
Yeah, I still don't know what they mean.
Let's sort you out with a little bit of fucking seamanship, mate.
Yeah.
Right. So you would have been coming up here. You would have seen the green pole, right? So green means
Go.
So no, not on. That's on land, mate. When you're in the aqueduct.
But I was on
right?
land.
Well, that's true, but you were not like there, right? So green means keep something on your right hand side. Right. Red is port because the drink port is red. Right?
Yeah, I remember you telling me this.
Right. And then green goes on the right hand side. But that's only when you're going out. It's either out of port or into port or something like that, right? Because when you're going the other way, the green's going to be on the other side.
Well,
right?
see, it sounds like you're as equally confused about this whole situation.
I'm reading the navigation map and I can see the red line, which is the channel, and I can see that the channel goes to the left of the greens and to the right of the reds, right? And then you see this one here with the yellow and black with the two upward facing triangles on top.
Oh, I see. It's pointing that way, isn't it? I can see it pointing that way. That's where I went.
No, so those two triangles, they can be orientated different ways, so either up or down. And there's 4 different ways in which those two triangles can sort of say, stay to the north of me, stay to the south of me, stay to the east of me, stay to the west of me, right? And so this one here looks like it's stay to the north of me. And what those red yellow beacons mean is that's where two channels meet, like an intersection.
It's like bad reception on the TV or the radio.
So I can see here that there are a lot of navigation beacons, right? And when you're driving your boat, you basically have to drive towards those beacons.
Yeah, well, see this arrow here pointing up, right? That's what I did. I went up a long way.
That's not what it's trying to tell you.
No, I understand that now.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's see if we can't find what the yellow navigation marker means.
What does shoals mean? I've seen that a few times out in the water.
Yeah, shoals is like a sandbar. Like that means land. A shoal is another name for land, mate.
Oh, interesting.
There
was no shoal sign on this land that I was on.
Here we go. That's this thing. Oh, look at this. Okay. So here's the Queensland Department of Transport, is it? WA Department of Transport. Anyway. So here's it basically saying, oh, look at this. There you go. That
looks like a chessboard. How's anyone going to know what this means?
Well, here we go. Right. So let's have a look here. So, look. So basically, the yellow and black is indicating where the danger is.
I see. Oh,
right?
Okay. So it's saying this.
So there we go.
Danger is north, which is where I went.
Well, not quite. So if we go back to this navigation map, so 2 upward facing triangles means that it means past to the north side of this mark.
Okay. How far north though? That was the bit that confused me.
You can hug the motherfucker if you want to, but you just got to you can go right near it, but you just
I didn't do that. I went a long way north,
which indicatively meters. As you can see, the red line indicating that the channel is also to the north, right? So basically, you need, as you're going up here, you would have seen the yellow and black with the thing that says go to the north, and that would have told you when you're at this red one just to the south, don't cut across to that red one over there.
Yeah.
Okay?
I went to the north and I went up to that bit there where it says shoals. I went there.
Shoals it's another word for land.
Yeah.
Right? And so as you can see the red and green poles, and you you just drive towards them, mate. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, you see, I was using Google Maps.
Fuck's sake.
Let's
go back to Google Maps. And
okay.
So Google Maps is great when you're like, I don't know, on land.
Yeah, I was.
Well, it took you straight to where it said it was going to take you, to land. Yeah. Not so good if you're trying to drive on water with a boat.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. And so, yeah, basically, you went out of the channel and went up on shoals.
Yeah.
There's another word for land.
So I was on the shoals. And then, so anyway, to finish the story, we were there till about 4 o'clock.
How long were you stuck in total?
Probably almost 5 hours.
Fuck.
Yeah.
How did you pee?
Well, I peed off the side of the boat. Erin did not pee.
That poor girl.
Yeah, she was fine. She's a trooper. It was fine. And then, so at about 4 o'clock, I could see the water was about 20 centimeters lower. I tried to reverse, it didn't work. And eventually I put it into forward and then just angled the motor, got it going, and it was just buried in mud. And you could see the mud flying out the back of the boat. And I was getting Erin to hold the motor up a little bit, so it was just in the water.
Yeah.
And eventually, some other guy came over and tried to rescue us. And I was like, "Fuck, too late now, mate. Where were you 5 hours ago?" Yeah. And then we managed to get it out of that bit and then back into that same section. But bring up that map again, right?
Yeah.
So at this point, I was out of trouble, but I was still the north side of this.
The shoal here,
right?
Yes.
So I was thinking, okay, what would make sense would be to go to the right, back where we came from, because I know we came.
Oh, there's more land there though.
Well, exactly right. However, we successfully made it through there. So I thought if we successfully made it through, we can probably successfully make it back.
Well, you would have.
I drove all the way up to the right there, and then drove back towards the main channel, and then hit that fucking island right there. Those reeds that you can see. I hit
this
that.
One here? This one?
No, up there. That bit. That bit.
Yes.
I hit that bit trying to get back to the main channel, and the same thing again. And this time, instead of trying to push over it, I just turned around and went back to here. So so we just got through that bit. I'm back to where we were at the back of the channel. Yeah. I boated all the way west.
Down here.
To the end of here.
Yes.
And I made it through this bit. And then we got up to so at this point I was like, we can still get to Harrigan's because it's like 4 o'clock. We've got an hour and a half left. We just want to get to land and fucking have a beer.
Well, I think beer is probably the last thing you needed right then, mate.
No, I needed a beer. I really wanted a beer. We'd sitting there for 5 hours doing nothing. I'm like, let's get a fucking beer.
Mm-hmm.
So if you keep going over a little bit more. I got to this bit, and you've got this fucking island here, right?
Yes, Dinner Island.
Maybe bring up you might have a better.
Oh yeah. But well, that one does this navigation map doesn't go all the way across.
No,
there,
it doesn't.
Let's see if we can find one that does. Oh, here we go. Here's Dinner Island. There we go. Dinner Island.
Dinner Island. See? Okay. Now look at this. Also very fucking complicated. I didn't have access to this information.
Well, what it's basically saying is that you should have stayed on the north side here. Well, literally the boats that
I did
Google Maps are.
I did that, yes, because I saw that and I thought, well, it's probably very shallow in there, so don't go through.
No. You would have been fine. You would have been fine because you would have seen a red and green marker, and then when you got to here, you would have seen that green marker.
Well, didn't get to there. Didn't get to there.
Did you go where this red arrow went?
I went right where that red arrow is, which is probably where.
Pretty sure the arrow is red. And it's red, which probably means don't fucking go there.
Well, that's where I went.
Did you get run aground again?
I ran aground again.
Oh, for fuck's
sake. So this is like 4:30, 4:45. And then again, I didn't push
Erin
on.
Must have been pissed at you, man.
She was fine. She's a fucking trooper. Thank God. No, she's great. But yeah, so then anyway, I run around again here. So I turned around again. And then went all the way up, and then just cruised through here, just shitting myself, not knowing what I was doing, and finally.
So you can't go through here. There's no markers.
Well, you can because I saw some guy in a tinny go through there. Like you can
in a tinny, that's fine, but you don't have a tinny, mate.
I do have a
what
tinny.
You actually, well, yeah. But what you need to do is once you got on here, you would have seen the red and green markers.
Mm-hmm.
Then you would have seen the green one, and you would have easily seen this.
Well, I didn't see that because I cut across where that red arrow is.
Well, that's right. But had you have kept going, right? You wouldn't have seen these markers over here, or it would have looked obvious that it's not a channel. And then you would have seen this yellow cross marker, and that means that's an intersection of a of 2 channels. So you had to go up around this and then back down that way.
Yeah, didn't do that. Didn't do that. Went through the middle and also at pace. And as I started approaching this section at pace, I was like, oh, that water there looks a little bit lighter than the other water. It looks a bit yellowy. And then I was like, fuck, I've seen this before. So I turned a little bit and went this way. And then we hit the bottom again. And I was like, oh my God, fuck this. Anyway, and hence my retirement.
Yeah. You should probably, there's probably an app for navigation.
Google Maps?
No. Or go to BCF and go buy yourself paper maps.
Yeah, okay. Is that what people do in 2023 by paper maps?
Maybe.
Well, it doesn't matter anymore because I'm retired. But
you're selling the boat.
Today was a long day.
You're selling the boat.
We'll see. Maybe I'll keep it out the front.
Or alternatively, is Erin going to be be the captain now? I reckon she'd do a better fucking job than you.
It would not be hard. It would not be hard.
Oh dear. No. What a fucking shit show.
Yeah, it was a shit show. Anyway, so we got, sorry, I want to wrap this up because we've got an actual podcast to do, but we got to the pub and then it was about 4:30 and the kitchen opened at 5 o'clock. We hadn't eaten all day. So we needed food. Didn't have any food on the boat. Didn't have any beer.
The sun would have been going down as well.
What's
that?
You
drive your boat at night?
Nah, can't drive at night. No lights, no nothing. So sunset was 6 and then we're like, let's order some food.
Fucking hell, Dan.
No. This is where I made a good decision because like Erin was fucking starving. I was starving. We hadn't eaten. And then I sat there thinking like it's 4:45.
Right.
I was like, we have to go through all that again. I don't really even know how to get back. If we order food at 5, it comes out at 5:20. Takes us 20 minutes to eat. It's going to be, the sun will be setting as we're leaving this fucking pub. So made the wise decision to leave the food, leave the pub, and boat all the way back to.
Oh, right. Okay. So she never got food.
No, she didn't. Hasn't eaten for 3 days, but we arrived safely. So that was the important thing.
God. That's just fucking terrible, mate.
Yeah. Fun times though. It was a good trip.
Yeah. Sounds
South Australia.
Great, mate.
Yeah. I fed a goanna an egg today. I don't know if you're allowed to do that.
Did they eat eggs?
Yeah, he smashed it. Should we get on with the news? Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Before we do you remember this? Did you watch the Grand Prix on the weekend?
Yes, I did.
Not a bad race, hey? Other than the standard Max Verstappen win.
It was. I actually thought that because of the tire lap limit, right? It made it a little bit predictable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Predictable in what sense?
Well, you knew when the drivers had to pit within a 1 or 2 lap window.
Right.
And so it made the race quite predictable.
Well, there's one person who didn't predict the outcome. Well, there's 2.
Right.
And one of them's me and the other one's you.
Yeah, fuck, yeah.
Because we had a over-under bet.
Oh, didn't we have Mercedes? Did I have Mercedes up there or something? Or
well, this is where I'm going to get to my my favorite part of the race.
Right.
Which was when. So what happened at the start was Mercedes knocked each other out.
Yes.
Piastri got from 6th to 2nd position.
Yes.
And then Lando was close behind him. And then towards the end of the race. So my bet. So the bet was best of the rest, and I bet on Perez.
Yes.
Your bet was Lando.
Yeah. Right.
Right. And if you recall, towards the end of the race,
Lando was
Piastri was 2nd. Lando was quicker.
Yeah.
He was on team radio.
Lando wanted to pass. Yeah.
He wanted to pass. What did they say?
They said no. Keep the team orders.
Team orders.
So Zach Brown's fucked me over.
Zach Brown has fucked you over.
Anyway,
but that was your ability to get back to 8-6, taken away by team orders from McLaren. Shame, isn't it?
It's a little bit of a shame. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know that? Do you know the last time? So Piastri won the sprint, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And the only other driver in McLaren to win a race in the last like 10 years is Ricciardo.
Yes.
So Lando's never won a race.
No, he's nearly won,
He has nearly run.
but then spun
and the
out.
last time he almost won was when Ricciardo won with McLaren. And it was the
Yes.
same situation as that situation, which was
Yes,
Lando was
yes.
quicker, and the
Yes.
team said, "Team orders, you're not going past."
Yeah.
So harsh.
Dogged.
It's a harsh sport. But anyway, I was happy to see you
So
lose.
that's a pass.
Summary.
That's a push through. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an idiot for backing Perez. Perez is done. He's just done.
He is so done, man.
Damn.
So done.
I was wrong about Perez because I supported his elevation into Red Bull. I thought it was a good call at the time.
Well, it was a good call at the time.
Yeah.
He had a really good season last season.
Yeah.
But just this season, he's been terrible, and he won't make it to next year.
It's not looking good, is it?
No. He might go to AlphaTauri.
Oh, Perez. All right, let's get into the news, should we?
Yeah, what do you got?
We're back to the standard craft beer industry news, which is we've got another voluntary administration. This time, Bad Shepherd. So yeah, not good news.
No. It's a bit of a sad one, really. With Derek and Dee Dee, who are good friends of mine, who come on hard times. Sounds like it's pretty fucking tough down there. And but reading the stories and that sort of thing, it looks like that all the staff are still employed, which is good. And the thing that concerns me is and it's what happens in VA, but it's the restructuring of the debt thing that's happening again. And I think they said in the article, I can't remember if it's the Crafty or the Brews News one, that it was the excise that was getting on top of them.
Well, the Brews News. Well, I think Matt's made a comment about that in the Facebook group, and his article was a bit more detailed than the Crafty Pint one, I think. But it sounded like there was ATO were a big creditor, but they said they took on some debt, which perhaps just means they didn't pay their bills to the excise for a while.
Yeah.
But it's said in there that they were profitable otherwise.
Yes,
which is interesting. So I mean, if everything in that article is true, basically they're a company that would be profitable if not for debt that they can't service, which I would suggest is going to be a common thing in craft beer. People are taking on.
You can be profitable but not cash flow positive.
Yeah, and if you've taken on more debt than you can service, then you're effectively fucked.
Yes.
But if there's, I suppose you could say that it's different to the other VAs that we've seen, in that if everyone, assuming it's all true in the article, that everyone else is mainly paid up, and it's just the loans that aren't paid, then it's a little bit different than not paying suppliers and all the rest of it. But
yeah, look, I think you can see here that it's basically. It says Brews News understands that many breweries currently struggling with excise debts incurred during COVID when the ATO allowed a deferment of excise and other payments. Trade since then has not picked up, leaving many breweries with significant excise debts they are struggling to repay.
I would love to know how true that is. I don't know. I was in the industry during COVID and the year after COVID, and in my mind, there wasn't a lot of debt accumulating during that time. I mean, I know it's different down there than it was up here. But 2021 was a very good year. I don't think it was. People mention the word COVID a lot when they run into problems. I would like to see the specific numbers to know if it was actually a COVID problem.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I guess we will see the numbers eventually. But I think we've said it on this podcast before. It's a problem that people can just not pay the ATO.
Yes.
And then just get into a bunch of debt and then file for VA as a way of getting out of it.
Yes.
It's going to come back to bite the entire industry.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what's going to happen is that, this is what have we got? How many got this year? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th brewery VA this year.
Well, there's been shutdowns and VA
shutdowns as well and all that sort of stuff. And the VAs in particular leave the ATO out of pocket to the tune of millions of dollars.
Yeah. Well, one of them said here in this Brews News article, it mentioned administrators report looking at Western Australia's Running with Thieves Brewery, which went into VA in August, has revealed its parent company owed the ATO more than $3.5 million at the time it called in administrators.
Yes.
That's
not necessarily all excise, though. That might be PAYG and all that sort of stuff as well, but still
that's
a
lot of money,
amount
though.
of money. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, parent company. I don't know how the ownership structure works, but like they're not a particularly big brewery, were they?
No, it was a big venue, but not a particularly big brewery and that sort of thing. Yeah, look, very sad. I hope they get through it. To the best of my knowledge, I still it seems to me that sort of like everyone still has a job and all that sort of stuff. Whether that goes into the future, that sort of thing, who knows? But here we are. And are still trading, which is really good. Still open, still making beer. Brewery's still full capacity. They said, go and buy some smoked meat, have a beer, all that sort of stuff. 6 weeks from now, we'll see what happens. I think that the trend of the ATO to vote to liquidate businesses, this might be the one that the ATO is going to vote to liquidate.
I just don't see why they. Well, I don't know how they voted on the other ones because they don't need to.
They voted to liquidate,
right?
Against their interests in regards to, not getting paid a penny for liquidation versus getting 9 or 10 cents in the dollar or whatever happened and all that sort of stuff, but depending on the VA in question.
Yeah.
It would appear, and I'll be corrected if someone has the documentation to back it up. But I believe that the ATO has consistently been voting instead of a DOCA to vote for liquidation.
Right, but their vote doesn't get up because they need more than half of the shareholders.
No. So don't forget, in a DOCA situation, there are 2 votes, right? Well, technically there could be 3, right? So one vote is a vote based on the amount of money owed, so $1, 1 vote.
Yeah.
Which in most cases the ATO is going to be a really big creditor with big clout.
Right.
And then there's another vote based on the individual creditors.
Yeah.
And that includes each staff member gets a vote.
And it's majority rules on that second vote?
And it's majority rules on that as well, right? And so if the dollar vote goes different to the creditor vote, right, the administrator has the deciding vote.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And so that's basically a way to make it fair that people who are owed more money have some clout and that workers also get a say and that sort of thing in the process. Right.
Well, this is going to be interesting then. If the ATO on their side vote to liquidate and there isn't that many of the other creditors.
Well, we don't know in particular.
Right.
But typical brewery is going to have the same number of creditors because they all buy the same stuff from the same.
Well, no, that's not necessarily true. I mean, they just made like you have reasons for deciding whether you pay people. Like that they may have just decided not to pay the ATO, and they may have decided to pay their malt suppliers because they wanted to keep getting malt, and they felt like
that's true.
They could just not pay the ATO.
But that can actually work against you.
Oh, 100%. But that could have been
because if you pay all of your suppliers and you don't owe them anything, and you go into VA, then there's votes that aren't going to vote for a DOCA.
That's what I'm saying.
They're not in the vote,
Right.
So it's really interesting.
But that's what I'm saying. There will be
a VA. Oh, who knows? We'll see. We'll wait and see. But it's very easily could go the way that the ATO will just go, no, we're going to liquidate, and Bad Shepherd gets liquidated.
Well, but they can't. They need both sides, right?
Of course.
Right.
Because the administrator is never going to vote for liquidation. Right. An administrator, it has to act in the best interest of the creditors.
But then how is that? Where is the incentive to ever pay the ATO? I don't understand.
It's not.
It's fucking crazy.
And so what's going to happen? And this is the thing. And this is the thing we will see in the very near future is the ATO is going to reel in and shorten the leash of of breweries in Australia.
Yeah.
Which is gonna they've been pretty lax.
Yeah.
And to be fair, the ATO has a sense of responsibility for extending that much credit to small businesses on a very low margin business model. Right?
Yeah. Well, that was mentioned in the Brews News article as well. It says that this week the ATO issued a media release cautioning businesses to engage with their tax and super obligations to avoid having their debts disclosed to credit reporting agencies. So what they're saying is any unpaid debts with the ATO that are more than 90 days old will be disclosed to credit agencies, which means if companies are trying to get loans, the banks will be ringing up saying, how come you owe the ATO
$1
million?
I didn't know they could do that, but yeah, that makes sense.
Well, it sounds like a standard thing that they used to do.
Yeah, well, they're just basically acting like any other business, that sort of thing. So that's pretty good.
But even with this bad shepherd thing, like if the business is fundamentally profitable and okay, but it just has too much debt, wouldn't the right thing to do would be to raise equity to buy out the debt? Wouldn't that be what you would do? I mean, that's what you would do if there wasn't an easy. It feels like this is like an easy out with this VA, where companies are just like we're restructuring the balance sheet.
Yes,
and what basically means we're not paying the ATO or whatever
or any of our other suppliers or what's the stuff. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So if they so
it's going to have a lot of ramifications because it means that all of the major suppliers, you know, your cryo malts and your Bintanis and all that sort of stuff, are going to offer less and less and less credit. And it's going to make it tougher for the industry. That's going to have to do lots of... I mean, they should. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. They should. Of course they should.
Yeah.
Pretty tough.
Yeah. All right. Well, we wish them the best. Hopefully.
I hope they come out of that all right. And I can imagine as well for Derek and Dee Dee, and they've got a young family and that sort of thing. It's probably pretty stressful. And, you know, I hope they're doing well.
Yeah, I bet. Okay. All right. From that serious topic into this next serious topic.
Yeah.
I want your feedback on whether 4 Pines beer can make you fart less.
What?
We'll put this article in here for you. Beer and Brewer.
4 Pines beer can make you fart less.
Well, I'm asking the question. I'm not presuming the answer. This is your red meat, Hendo. This is your
I know. Let me have a look here. Right. So why is there seaweed in my beer? Tasmanian Pilsner features a small amount of nori seaweed, most commonly found in sushi. Yeah, yum. Had sushi this afternoon, mate.
Nice.
And I was in a bit of a Japanese mood today, and then I had a donburi for dinner. Have you had a donburi?
No.
So basically, it's bowl, rice, karaage chicken, fried chicken.
Oh yeah.
And then mayonnaise. I think it's teriyaki sauce, and then melted cheese.
Oh, that sounds delightful.
And spicy sauce.
Nice.
Donburi. Never heard. There's one at the end of my street, and I was like, never heard of donburi. Walked in there. I said, what's a donburi? They said, it's this. And I said, I'll have one of those.
Yeah. Karaage chicken's the best.
Huge. Yeah, I love it. Sea Forest Foundation, methane reducing seaweed. If you drink the beer, you may potentially fart less. Do you get the chemical that makes you fart less in the beer itself?
Well, I made the farting thing up, to be fair. You just choked on your beer. Don't choke on that. I was IPA you're drinking
because it's the first time I read the article, and I'm looking for that in the article. Well, it's fucking beer. It's Beer and Brewer magazine. I'm thinking, oh, okay, can it make you fart less?
Well, okay. Look, in fairness, I deduced from this article that this chemic, this seaweed shit that they give to the cows to reduce methane by 98%.
Yes.
I assume reducing methane means making them fart less, right?
That is exactly what it means.
Okay.
Yes.
And so if you're putting this in beer, then wouldn't that mean
you fart less?
It'd make you fart less.
Well, we're not ruminants like cows.
Fuck's sake, I knew there'd be a reason why I was wrong.
So cows, have like 4 stomachs or stomach compartments or whatever the fuck it is, and they have different microbiome in their gut because they eat grass. And when you digest grass, it makes methane.
Oh.
We eat donburi.
Yeah. Okay. So
Brewery, if you eat Brewery, it doesn't make you fart and doesn't add to the climate change.
it's only if you eat grass that you fart a lot.
Yeah. Well, and if you eat grass and you're a cow.
Oh, and you're a cow. Okay.
Yeah. A ruminant. Maybe you're a goat. They're also ruminants. Obviously, smaller animal, less methane, less damage to the climate.
Right. Okay. Well, sometimes I'm a ruminant. All right. Anyway, great beer. Let's move on. Let's
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next one. IBA looking for HR providers. I just saw this on the IBA thing. So, do you remember when the IBA used to have like a safety kind of
the brew safe thing? Yes.
Yeah.
I used to be on that committee. I still am on that committee. Well, do I do safety or just education now? They split it. I think I'm not on the safety thing anymore, but I still am on the education committee.
Okay, well, maybe you can explain how this works. Because I remember when we looked at our safety program, I kind of looked at
that Brew Safe, which was actually a third-party company that was sort of licensed by the IBA.
Right, that's what this is, I think, too.
Yeah,
but you had to pay for that, and it looked like I kind of looked at it. It kind of looked generic and looked expensive, and so we just kind of built our own.
Yeah,
but. Yeah. Is that what this is, or is this? Do you think this is like them trying to give away? Like, because
I think it sounds like what they're trying to do is trying to pool HR providers to provide HR support services to members.
Right, but then the members still pay for what they produce, or are they going to create some sort of free policies and guidelines?
I don't think it'd be free. I think it'd be some optional thing you could pay for.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, great idea though. Because you've got 600 plus businesses that all need some sort of HR function but can't afford it, and if this is a cost-effective way for those businesses to get access to HR functions,
but the safety thing wasn't cost-effective from memory. I don't remember.
No, this might be. It actually seems like it's a little bit different. So whereas with the IBA safe, that this third-party company was granted a license to use the word IBA safe, right, and then you went and dealt direct with them. This kind of looks like they're trying to engage a HR provider to provide a centralized pool for members who choose to be part of it.
Well, yeah, I'm sort of thinking it would be good if because in the description there it sort of talks about writing policies and having documents and editable templates and stuff like that. So if they built contracts and policies and stuff like that and gave it to members for free or for reasonably cheap, that would be a good thing, right? Yeah. But if it's like the brewery safety one where it was just like, it's just another consultancy that you have to pay, it's not really all that useful because you can just do that anyway without the IBA.
Yeah, but they might be going for the bulk buying power thing to make it cost effective.
Hopefully.
That's kind of how it seems to me. I think it's a great idea. Let's see how it pans out.
Yep. Agreed. Queensland Beer Awards calling for stewards and judges. Are you going to be involved, Hendo?
Sign up. I already am involved. I'm on the committee.
What are you doing?
I've been on the committee since like in 2018 or 2019 or something.
You going to be a steward or?
No. Probably judge.
Yeah. Nice. I've got a wine.
Yeah, what have you got? Is it Pinot?
It's Pinot Palooza weekend, though.
Fucking oath, mate. I hope you better get your fucking practice in, my friend.
I am right now. Look,
Pinot. What have you got, Pinot? It's called 12.
12 Pinot.
Can you bring a bottle to with you? Fuck's sake. 12 Pinot.
How good is that?
So fucking good.
Pinot Palooza week.
Oh man, I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I've actually got a spare ticket.
Really?
Yeah.
You buy 4 tickets? How many tickets you buy?
4.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Should we auction one off?
I'll see if I can find a friend between now and then.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's not bad. Not bad for Dan Murphy's.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's going to be pretty good, eh? I haven't done a wine festival in yonks, so it should be pretty good. Do I have to dress classy? I've got to dress classy. I can't wear this fucking shirt.
You can wear that, for sure.
Reckon?
Yeah.
Chameleon drinking Jack Daniels.
Yeah, I was going to wear this, but not anymore because I've retired, so I can't wear this.
That's fair enough. We'll give it to Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron can wear the hat. Yeah, true. Boat me up there. All right.
So yeah, Royal Queensland Beer Awards. Sign up to be a judge or a steward. Mel McGrath from the RNA, who does an outstanding job running the competition, and Joss Erickson, who is the head steward for the competition, does an amazing, phenomenal job. Oh my god. Graham Kovaleski, he's pretty good too. Does all the keg systems and stuff. There's just some great people.
Nice.
Lee from White Lies is on the committee. Myself, Shaco, Clemmy, and so we all have our own roles. So I look after like all of the styles and style guidelines and stuff like that. And then Shaco and I work on judging standards. I'm really proud of where the judging standards are in that competition. So if you happen to be a brewery that is not from Queensland, they have a agreement with the 3PLs like Lickex and Modus and stuff like that to bring your beer up to be judged. I think it's included in your entry fee. And the feedback that you get in that competition is phenomenal, right? We go to a great lengths to make sure that the words that the judges write for feedback is good. We coach the judges through. Have a couple of floating judges, and I think that's probably going to might be me this year. Is to be a floating judge, which I'd really like to do because I've never done it before. And basically sitting down and just checking on judges and making sure they're writing good notes and all that sort of thing. And then what happens afterwards is there'll be an anonymized spreadsheet sent to yours truly. So it doesn't say the beer, it doesn't say the brewery, it just has the number and then the judge feedback and also the style. And then I go through and just double check to make sure that there's no words in there where you've got one judge says the body's too full and another judge says the body's too dry.
Right.
And contradictory comments and stuff like that, contradictory comments. And there's like, 600 or 700 beers. So that takes a good day to go through and that sort of thing. Most of the time it's good. It's a good competition. It's a great competition if you are a brewery and you're looking to have a practice dry run for the Australian International Beer Awards. It's a very cost-effective competition. I think it's only it's under $100 to enter. It's like $80, maybe $70 or something like that to enter a beer. And it's judged at the end of February, start of March. And it's
a couple months before the ad.
Well, you can basically enter, get your feedback, and rebrew in time for the ARBAs.
Yeah, nice. Can I ask a technical question about how the organisation works? To save money before the event, do you send off all the trophies to get them engraved with Moffat Beach, or just
it's more of a time saving than a money saving thing. If you know what I mean. Yep. Because I suppose you could get the bulk deal, right? On Moffat Beach plaques and stuff like that.
Less plates.
Yep.
They've already got them.
That is correct. Yes. Yeah. So why not? Yeah.
All right. Second last news item. Staff member of Burleigh Barrels Brewing claims workers are still owed thousands after the closure. This is the headline from Gold Coast Bulletin. You know these headlines. They're fucking trumped up.
Always. Well, it's a bloody
news.com. Murdoch.
Paper, So it's always going to be sensationalized.
It is sensationalized, yeah. But then there was some interesting stuff in that article which people won't be able to read because it's behind a paywall. The Bulletin don't give out their stuff for free. But it said $35,000 wage. So, but the thing that I thought was interesting. Well, one was said super not paid since April, and there was other things to do with tips and whatever. But there was a quote in there that said, "We've been working hard and closely with our solicitors and accountants." So this is from Pat, the owner. Yeah. We've been working hard and closely with our solicitors and accountants to determine if we can find a way to reorganise and keep the business and brand trading. We hope to have a final advice on that in the coming weeks. That's interesting, isn't it?
Mm,
Because they've liquidated
yeah.
all their equipment, right? Like their equipment is in different breweries now.
Is it? Has it all been
Well,
liquidated?
that was my understanding.
Huh.
Someone can dead wrong me on that if I'm not right, but my understanding is like someone has picked up the kit and other bits and pieces, and so I thought there was no intention for them to continue trading. It's not like they're not in voluntary administration. They just sacked everyone, right?
They just
And,
they just shut it down. And
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure it sounded like from that Gold Coast Bulletin article that the landlord must have changed the locks or something.
Yeah, it's interesting that they intend to, if that's true, intend to keep the business and brand trading.
Not trading at the moment, is it?
Not trading, and it doesn't. They sound like close, specifically chosen words. It's not saying reopen the brewery.
Yeah.
Saying keep the business and the brand trading. So interesting. Anyway, I don't have any insider information. I don't know if you do, but interesting, depressing. Hopefully the
Another
staff
brewery.
are okay and everyone
Well, I
gets
hope they
through
get paid eventually.
Yeah. Right, last one before the 12 questions and Hendo React.
Rightio.
Hendo on the how not to start ADamn Brewery.
It's how not to start a damn brewery.
Oh, yeah, I'll just read it again. How not to start ADamn Brewery.
No, they do that because he doesn't want to have a swear word in his Facebook page.
ADamn.
ADamn.
ADamn. Oh, yeah. I thought his name was Adam or something like that.
No. His name's Kelly Meyer or Kelly fucking Meyer.
Wait, is it a guy or a girl?
It's a guy.
It's a guy. And his name's not Dan or Adam.
No.
Okay.
It's Kelly.
Okay. So
a bit of background is Kelly Meyer used to own a brewery in the US he was involved in a couple of breweries, but ultimately his brewery, I think he shut down and sold it or got rid of it or it broke. I don't really know. He's actually written a book of the same name called How Not to Start a Damn Brewery.
Right.
Which you can get on Amazon. And so basically, this is basically the antithesis of Operation Brewery.
Nice.
Right. So here's how to do the How to Start a Brewery book. And here's now how not to start a damn brewery.
Right. Okay.
And so his book is really interesting. I think there's something like 10 points that he made about how not to start a brewery. And it's been really, I haven't read the book, but I'd love to read it. And so he's actually started a supporting podcast, right? It's actually a really interesting podcast. I've actually subscribed to it lately. I don't listen to a lot of podcasts when I'm driving.
Right.
I have a fucking scooter now, so that's my podcast listening out the fucking door.
You don't put the AirPods in, or?
A little bit dangerous. Can't hear the two-stroke engine. Takes away from the enjoyment.
Fair enough.
That's a bit dangerous.
Yeah, that's fair.
And so he reached out to me because he said, I'd heard about you and I want to get some better insight as to breweries that aren't American and what happened to those businesses and that sort of thing.
Mm.
So we did an interview when I got back from South Africa, and it went for 4 hours. And we talked about a lot of stuff around what the industry was like in the early 2010s and mid 2010s and stuff like that. What consumers were buying, what was being bought, and all that sort of stuff. What the beers were like, and what the business was like, what the industry was like, and then it sort of went into the brew cult story, and what went right with the business, what didn't go right with the business. And there's some it's really interesting because in his book, one of the things that he talks about is that most breweries and brew pubs should actually outsource their production because it's cheaper and easier and that sort of thing.
How do you mean outsource as in contract brew?
As in contract brew, yeah.
Right.
But the thing is that it doesn't work that way here because of excise and the excise refund and stuff like that. It's not as effective, right?
It's also well, yeah. I suppose you just said it, but you can't really have a brewery if you don't make your own beer.
Well,
you can't really get a license for.
But that's what he talks about, right? He sort of speaks to the fact that punters don't give a fuck if you've got a brewery. but they do give a shit about the people involved with the business.
Yeah.
They care
I don't
more
know
about
if
the
I agree
people
with that,
involved
but
with it.
I'm keen to listen to his point.
And so anyway, so if you have a look on Amazon for How Not to Start a Damn Brewery, there his podcast is on all the podcast platforms. And coming out this weekend is the episode that that features me. And
Do you think he will put the full 4 hours on there, or do you think he will edit it?
I'm not sure.
That's a long fucking podcast. I've listened to 4 hour podcasts before.
Well, you know, you might put it on fucking 1.2 speed.
True. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
I could listen
Me
to it
too.
now, so we could talk about it rather than talking about.
Yeah, well, maybe we can talk about it when I get back from Vietnam or something like that. And yeah, it was basically it was a very insightful chat. There was some really tough moments in there that were very emotional for me. To sort of recount stuff that I haven't really spoken to a lot of people about. I know Adam Shell. I had a long chat with him on Aussie Beer Voyage and stuff like that, but there was stuff that was not discussed in Aussie Beer Voyage. It's a little bit of overlap, but a lot of stuff that wasn't discussed in Aussie Beer Voyage that we went into, particularly around the slow train wreck, which was Brew Cult going under and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it was it was tough, some of it, and today you would have seen on my personal Facebook that I posted that it was upcoming and that sort of thing. And as I was sort of writing that post, I think I wrote in there, it was a really insightful long chat about my history in the industry, particularly, and it focuses on Brew Cult in particular, and how even after, you know, an industry that chewed me up and spat me out, that I am still passionate about it, you know, because, and, you know, and without giving away the episodes, because I've changed my role in the industry, and it's something that I'm more comfortable with. And so, yeah, it's really good. So we'll put a link to that in the show notes. And the photo that he put up there, I've actually got all the photos. So back in 2014, you know Matt Hoffman?
Yes.
So Matt Hoffman, you know, he was going through his alternative model phase back then. Fuck, that's nearly 10 years ago. God damn.
Yeah,
anyway,
I went to your bar around that time, and he was there serving beer. He served us beer.
Oh, that's good.
What do you drink?
Oh, that's good.
What do you got
This
there?
is the Hawker's Earthly Delights.
Oh, Hawkers. Oh, fuck, Mazin. Got to ring that guy.
No, it's a Manson.
Manson.
It's not Mazin. It's not Mazin. It's a Manson. See,
What's
look,
Manson?
it's a beer style. Manson.
Oh, there you go.
See that?
Nice.
It's Mazin's Manson. There you go.
The can looks fun.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I reckon they should have just called it a Mazin Manson and put his fucking photo on it. But anyway, here we go.
On there.
So let me show you some of these photos. It's fucking really good, eh? So I'll share my screen here. It's so good. So here's fucking Hendo 10 years ago.
Whoa, yeah, that's great.
Have a look at him. It's just not wrinkly. We're the same weight now because I've lost a bit of weight this year.
You just look like more like of a cartoon character than you do now.
Yeah, exactly.
This was back when I made you into a cartoon. It was so easy.
That's right. Yeah, it's easy. Just draw a fucking circle and stick an eyes and nose and mouth in there.
Exactly.
Right. And there's me.
Oh, that's good.
So basically, if you're listening to the show, come and watch it on YouTube, because there's basically what happened was I had Matt take some photos of me in a suit in the Cavalier Brewery with steam going and all that sort of stuff, and basically it was just very alternative model like and all that sort of stuff. So
you look a little bit like Robbie Williams in that particular pic right there.
Thank you. Yeah,
that's I mean, I say that with a lot of I'm going to see Robbie Williams in a couple of weeks at Sierra May.
Oh, he's such a great entertainer, man.
He's the best.
Good.
He's the king of pop.
I'd go see that.
Oh,
anyway, here's me in the.
You're a bit more.
Look at that.
Bit more sultry, I would say.
Yeah.
You got the legs. You got the legs open a little bit, suggestively.
That's right. That's right.
Got the hand in the pocket there.
That's right. Yep.
And you're looking
the full package.
curious,
so to
but serious but suggestive. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
How about this on the pallet?
Oh,
sorry, sitting on some
Jesus
malt bags.
Christ. Wow.
With my favorite malt. It's like Wyman Munich malt.
I mean, you have your legs open.
Yes.
Almost to the camera.
One leg up on a stack of malt bags.
Yeah.
And then I'm sitting next to a
and your head is obnoxiously high. Your chin is obnoxiously like you're almost looking down at the viewer.
Well, I am sitting on 5 stacks of malt, of course.
You're sitting on the malt with your legs open, looking down at me like I'm a piece of shit.
That's right. Should I post these photos in the Facebook group? Probably should.
All right.
And, okay, bit of milk the forklift action.
Wow. In this one, I feel like your facial expression does not match your body language. You're like extremely relaxed down below and extremely serious up top.
Yeah, well, that's business up top, party down below.
It is. This is the mullet photo. This one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. How about this one? This is the one that he posted on the thing. So
that's almost the blue steel. That one.
Little bit. I'm not looking at the camera.
No, but it is a proper modeling shot.
There is me on the brew house here. Yeah. This one's really gangster. Look at this one.
Oh, that's affection. That is. That's having a little snuggle.
That's a guy who really loves his Wyman malt.
Yeah, you can see the way your head is tilting towards the malt. That's the sign.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, you really like that thing. Your head is touching. You're tip to tip with the malt.
That is right. Yes.
Dome to dome, you might say.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Still sad face. A lot of sad face.
There's sad face again.
This must be towards the end. This one is
in the tanks and that sort of thing. And
that's straight up depression, that one.
Yeah, that's right. I was a brewing company owner that didn't make any money. So yep. And then there's that one.
Oh yeah.
I actually look really fucking good in that one, eh?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Bit of steam coming out of the brew house vessels.
Yeah,
and then we got this lovely lass, Hannah Schleisinger. She's actual model. She's very fucking tall. And we went to Ale House Project and we just shot some photos in there with the old psychedelic series. That's the old school psychedelic series in there.
Yes. You're looking deep into my soul in that photo.
Yeah. And then we did this one.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. You're not interested at all in what's happening over there.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not even looking. So
if you knew what was going on there.
I can't show that one for very long because that one could get me in trouble. But
which one? No, what one?
That one.
Why?
It was okay in 2014. It's probably not okay in 2023. So.
Oh, okay.
But Hannah was she had a lot of fun and all that sort of stuff. So.
Is it because she was wasting beer? Is that the reason?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, that was good, Hendo.
And so that was a lot of fun. And so so go check out the how not to. Would you want to see some other fucking funny photos while we're here? Because I just fucking dug up this fucking and I've had bloody 3.5 standos of beer.
Yeah, no, let's bring it out. Just open up your phone, your DMs.
May as well fucking send it. Yeah, rightio. Okay, so all right, I'm going to show you.
Oh God.
So I was in Australia's Surfing Life magazine in March 1993.
Oh yes, I think I've seen this one.
So that's the cover. Right, $4.95. Oh, no. 94, March 94. That is not me, no.
No.
And so that's basically the page with me in it. And there's that guy down the bottom there, Steve Henderson, 19, student.
Oh, that's crazy.
So we'll zoom in there. So have a look at that.
Crazy. Student.
So that's me recounting my heaviest shark experience.
Wow.
Down at Fingal.
Reading this.
I couldn't fucking surf, man. You want me to read it?
I'm reading it. I was wondering why they were jumping up and down and waving from the beach.
So what happened, right, was I was out at Fingal, right, which is pretty notorious for sharks. I was out with 4 or 5 friends and they all suddenly went in and I was still wondering why they were jumping up and down, waving at me from the beach.
Fuck Fingal.
One of the guys paddled back up to me and went like this with his hand. He sort of went like a shark fin going through the water.
And you went, I've never paddled so quick in my life, I reckon.
I reckon. Panicked fully. Probably a silly thing to do now I think about it.
Yep.
19 fucking years old anyway.
You got the chain on there as well.
Look at that. Fuck yeah. Look at that haircut.
The hair is great. And also the facial expression is so different to all the other photos you've shown me.
Fucking oath, man. I was a pretty good looking strapping young lad, eh?
You know, the other thing I noticed about all your photos is your hands are very big. Look at the length of that finger. What's going on there? It looks like an AI photo.
From surfing. It's all the surfing.
Like your middle finger's almost the length of your head.
It's amazing.
Hmm.
And then I can't show you these photos. I am not showing you those photos.
Okay. We'll pause the recording and you show me.
So yeah, that was me in Australia's Surfing Life magazine, and yeah.
Okay, well, I'm very much looking to this interview on how to not to start ADamn Brewery.
ADamn Brewery.
So yeah,
it's going to come out this weekend. When it comes out, I'll post a link to the Spotify fucking thing or whatever it is, and have a listen, and it should be good fun.
I'm keen to listen to it. All right, let's do. We're running out of time here. This is getting out of control. This is just turning into how to ADamn Brewery a brewery.
ADamn Brewery. Am I doing Hendo Reacts?
Well, do you want to just do 12 questions? Because I think
let's do 12 questions then.
Let's do 12 questions. I feel like we're running out of time here. All right, I'll come back to that supercars one because that was some great stuff from Luke. But
yeah, are we going?
Well, let's read that thread first. Let's see if we got any questions first because I've put in here in our group, which I do every week. I ask people what questions they have of you or me or comments. Sometimes just some shit posting. And we read them out live, having not seen them before, and then we react.
Yep, and then we react. Yeah, all right. So far away.
Paul James, first name. Question: is the Sydney to Hobart next on the docket for Dan and Aaron? Well,
fuck no.
not unless Aaron is the skipper, because this hat here has been retired.
Well, the good thing about the Sydney to Hobart, no fucking shoals.
No shoals, no land.
You're in the middle of fucking nowhere. No shoals.
Can you use Google Maps? No. I'd say there's a sailing would be.
Do you know what you need to get? You probably need to get a sextant.
Excuse me?
A sextant.
What is it? Tell me what that means before I comment on what you just said.
A sextant is a navigation device for ships back in the day before GPS.
I've got my key. It's got the northeast thing on it, but I don't think it works.
That's a compass, not a sextant.
Oh, different?
Yeah. So a sextant is how you navigate via the stars.
Oh, okay. I like Google Maps, but it doesn't matter now because I'm no longer a captain, so it's fine.
Just took your land.
All right. Then the next one in here was early pod question for the New Felons Brewers shirt. Is the New Felons Brewers shirt the right color? Have you seen this thing? It's a work of art. This thing.
It's amazing. I wonder what job gets done at Felons to require that color.
It's called a brewer's shirt, I assume for a reason.
Yeah, okay. Well, what job?
It said, not your average flanny, designed with the brewer's wardrobe in mind. Our brewer's shirt is made from 100% hand-woven Japanese cotton for a premium trans-seasonal layer. Basically, we've got the flannel for dry hopping. We've got the flannel for centrifuge, work production. Let's have a look at the list here.
Accounts.
Yeah, we've got accounts. Do we have marketing? This could be marketing.
No, we didn't. No, it was on the brewery. It was on the brewery only.
Huh?
It was only in the brewery floor.
This one?
Yeah. No, well, our list of flannels.
Let's have a look. We've got red and black dry hopping, green and black yeast wrangling.
Yeast wrangling, yes.
Blue and black, the Pennywise's packaging.
Yep.
Green, yellow, black, Freddy is accounts.
Yep.
Black and grey, Adamski's work production.
Yep, work production, yeah.
Black and red, wet hopping, 9th Street, Dixon. That's like the variation of the dry hop flannel.
Yes.
We've got the Pantera Cowboys from Hell as the coffee roasting, because it's brown.
Yeah.
And we've got the fishing, which is the crabber, which is the nautical themed one.
Yeah, yeah. So if this is a brewer's shirt, right?
Well, let's just describe the colours first. So we've got...
It's pink and
we've
blue.
got purple. We've got peach.
Yeah, peach, yeah.
Sandy sort of colour. We've got blue in there.
It's a very Harlequin-like flannel.
Yeah, and it's got a lot of thin lines and some thick lines. It's not a simple flannel. It's a very, very complicated flannel.
Yes. And so what job in the brewery would they possibly need a Felons to require something so complex? Centrifuge?
Something to do with barrel aging, maybe?
Oh, there we go. Yeah, they've got a very extensive barrel program, and
There you
that
go.
makes sense.
I was dead wronged about that
Yeah.
on this very pod.
What do you mean?
Well, I remember because I was like, I went to the barrel hall and they just got barrels everywhere, but no barrel aged beer.
No, they got lots of
And they're all
barrel aged. You
painted.
were definitely dead wrong.
I was dead wrong. Yeah, I was dead
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be the barrel aging flano. Stick it in
I think
there.
it's the barrel aging flano.
Stick it in the list.
All right, barrel aging flano. So is this when I ultimately win this over under competition, because I'm sitting here at 8.6 at the moment. Is it 8.6 or 8.5? 8.5 I'm sitting here at the moment. It's first to 12.
Right. Yep.
So when I win this, can I choose that flano or does it have to be a Dixon flano?
No, you can choose that one.
You ever seen the price on that thing?
How much is it?
Have a look. That's extra small. I'm a
I don't know where it
mean.
is. How do I find that?
The price is $130.
What?
$130 for a Flannan barrel aging dry hop flano. I mean barrel aging flano.
That's wildflower pricing.
Yep. Oh, it's an aged flano. It's a dry aged flano. That's what you pay. It looks worth every cent of it. Look at that thing.
Fuck's sake. Oh my god, that's huge. I'd still pay it though.
100%. I don't have to pay it because I'm going to win it.
I'm paying. You reckon? We'll fucking see, mate. We'll see. Don't count your chickens before they hatch.
Oh, I'm clearly winning this. Okay. All right. Question number 3. Oh, here we go. We've got right. Stephen Kegel. Question: What did Aaron say when Captain Dan got beached? All right, and
yeah, that's a good question.
Adam Shell said beached as bro. We said that about 50 fucking times until we were bored. Yeah. Paul James replied, "She didn't look happy." Yeah, there were definitely moments in those videos where she didn't look happy, but I didn't capture like all of it because there was parts of it where, the bit I captured was when we were finally getting out of the 5 hours.
Yes,
being stuck, but I didn't capture the heart sinking moment where I got bogged 5 minutes later, and then finally bogged as we could see the pub coming in, and bogged again for the third time. Didn't capture those moments and didn't capture those words. And I'm not going to repeat what was said because I want to be driven around by the captain.
Navigation map.
Yeah.
I'll buy one.
No, Erin is a trooper. She's one of the 12. Thank God. Oh my God. It could have been very bad, but it was great. It was good fun. She's the best. All right. Adam Shell, observation in capitals, : if my maths is correct, and it always is, this episode is a factor of 12.
What?
I was wondering if anyone, namely you, was going to notice.
What episode is it?
It's 96.
Huh. Well, there you go.
I knew that. You are correct, Adam Shell.
There you go.
Thank you.
Fantastic stuff.
That's why I'm celebrating with Pinot Palooza
Celebrate.
wine. It's a celebration episode. And you didn't notice again, like you didn't notice last time it was a factor of 12, which I think it was 84.
Yeah.
Also didn't turn up to our only ever meetup, but that's
I turned up just like...
That's fine. That's fine. All right. Darren Gittins' question: how many kilograms of scooter parts will Hendo bring home from Vietnam? Oh yeah, a lot of scooters over there.
Oh, I actually haven't really considered that. So yeah, Vietnam trip coming up next week for Brew Asia conference. I have absolutely no reason to be there. Not speaking at the conference. Oh, I'm going to be helping PK and Ryan on the Beer 30 stand and stuff like that.
Okay.
Which I'm looking forward to catching up with PK, Ryan, Madam T, which will be pretty good because she's like Vietnamese. So it's going to be like just like family. Like when she was here in Brisbane, she took us around to some random Vietnamese friend's place and got absolutely fucking plastered. Ryan had to take me out the front to get an Uber because I couldn't find my way out. And then I lost my glasses.
Oh God.
I was cooked. And so that's kind of what I'm expecting. So I fly out on Tuesday, fly back on Sunday, whole bunch of events, Brew Asia, a bunch of side events. So keep an eye on my fucking socials because it's going to be dumb as shit because that's what I do.
All right. Chuck a little bit of an update in the group and buy some scooter parts. And
I actually got travel insurance have to check if. Pretty sure I did it because I'm fucking smart like that. I've got my travel insurance certificate here, which says extras motorcycle pack.
Nice. That's yeah. That's
I'm
smart.
covered. I'm covered for being on a motorcycle because I anticipate being on a motorcycle.
A lot of cycling happens in Vietnam. A lot of two-wheel activity.
Yeah, a lot of two-wheel activity. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So, because in Vietnam and probably same as Thailand and stuff like that, you get like a Grab, which is like Uber, but it's a motorbike,
Right.
and that's how you get around. And I don't know if there's tuk-tuks, but we done a tuk-tuk last time with Mazen and the Big Shed Boys and
That's more of a
PK and
Thailand
Ryan.
thing. I thought.
Yeah, that is Thailand, but yeah,
Yeah.
we had them race
Yes.
last year. We did the race. And yeah, nearly fucking died, but I was having a ball. And if I was going to die, then I'd die happy.
If you almost die in Vietnam on a scooter, can you like film it like I did with the boating activity so we could all follow along and enjoy it?
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Fucking oath.
Very good.
Don't want to die, but
No.
I'll film it.
No, I don't want you to either because not only will I have to find a co-host for next week, I'll have to find a co-host for every week going forward.
Yeah. Who are we thinking for next week?
Maybe I can ask Adam from How Not to Start at ADamn Brewery.
Well, it's going to be the middle of the night for him.
Oh, okay. Right. Won't ask him. All right, Phil Sharp.
He's actually a really interesting character, and we definitely need to get him on the show.
Yeah. All right. Well, the 12 have been asking for interviews, so
yeah.
Why don't you ask him? Let's listen to that episode, and if the 12 like it,
okay,
get him on, and he can give us a summary of his book and his things not to do right in a brewery.
That's actually a really good idea. Okay, I'm down for that. I'll reach out to him.
Okay, cool. All right, Phil Sharp question: Did Adam Shell that one pick up at Bermuda? The fuck does that mean?
Bermuda, which was last Saturday.
Okay.
And it was basically Slipstream, Ballistic, Hiker, and Helios. And there was a bus going between them. And Adam Shell said to me, he said, "Are you coming to Bermuda?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." He goes, "You got to dress up in your lederhosen." I went, "Really? What are you wearing?" He goes, "I'm wearing a dirndl." And he sends me a photo, and motherfucker's wearing a dirndl, like a German dress. Okay. So I put my lederhosen on, and we double dated.
Oh, I see. Did Adam Shell that one pick up at Bermuda? I still don't understand.
Well, he had to because he was dressed up really fucking sexy.
Oh, okay. So wait, what were the?
Did you not see the photos?
No, I did. I wondered what the fuck was going on.
That's what was going on. He was cross-dressing.
It's 2023. We're fucking down for it all. It's all good.
Fuck yeah.
To clarify, I did dance with him, but definitely wasn't me. Phil Sharp, Adam Shell. Here's a photo of some chick dancing. Phil Sharp with the thing on. Some guy with a dress is Adam Shell. Some guy whose face is covered up, who I think is Phil's business partner,
Dan.
But I can't actually see his face because he's covered up by a hand.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. And then Phil Sharp, I think my daughter was pretty excited. Haha, probably not as drunk as Dad. Jesus Christ. Well, it sounds like a fun event, mate.
Big day.
Wow. Oh, okay. Opened up Bathurst at 10 a.m. the next day. Wow, there you go. All over it.
Nice.
Sounds like a good time. So who were the breweries involved in this Bermuda situation?
Slipstream, Ballistic, Hiker, and Helios.
Is that not a problem that there's 4 breweries? Wouldn't it make sense to have 3 breweries given is it the triangle, or that's not a...
Well, it used to be.
Okay.
But now Hiker exists. So, yeah.
So it's no longer a triangle. None of this makes any sense. I'm just saying. I'm pointing out none of this. The statement didn't make any sense. This whole situation makes no sense.
No, nothing makes sense anymore, mate.
Let's wrap this up with a bit of Hendo Reacts, should we?
Mm-hmm.
We've got 3 little links here for you. Well, one of them actually has music that is proprietary.
Okay. Okay. Well, I haven't. I think it's the last one. Should I share sound?
Yeah, but on the last one, I feel like that last one might get us into trouble because they play a song that like if they play it on TikTok, we're playing it. I don't know what the rules are. Just fucking send it, I reckon. Last week we gave gambling advice and we're fine.
And TikTok again.
Yeah.
The glass emptying.
Yep.
What's going on there? Why did it stop?
Why did it stop?
Oh, there we go.
So it's showing a glass emptying. That's 9 days in.
Is it evaporating? Oh, I know it's happening.
26, 28 days in, 30 days in, 40 days in, 50 days in. And he scrapes it out with a knife. Looks like coffee. See that? It's like coffee. Holy shit.
Good on you, mate. You just made fucking malt extract. Go buy a Cooper's kit. It's way faster.
Wow, okay.
So basically what happened is this guy naturally evaporated a glass of beer into liquid malt extract.
For 90 days.
Well, it was 90 days, it looked like. So I've got the new firmware version of my Pixel fucking pods.
Hmm.
So if it's playing music and I talk, it thinks I'm trying to talk to someone and pauses the music.
Oh, I see what's happening.
So I don't know how to turn that off yet.
Well, then how are you going to react to something if you can't fucking talk at the same time?
I'll react at the end.
Oh, I see. But
or you can react.
Okay, I'll explain what's happening, then you can react at the end then.
Yeah, okay,
You
good.
can react with your facial expressions.
Mm-hmm.
You can react with your facial expressions.
Fast, I can shotgun the spear.
Well done. Shotgunning a beer, not to suck, but to blow onto your boyfriend or husband.
Do you know, remember last week when we watched that one and it was someone doing that? And I just assumed it was a mistake, but I saw that one today and now I'm thinking it must be actually like a trend where you do that to your partner
TikTok
for a
trend.
bit of fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probando la combinación de cerveza. Oh, so basically, probando la combinación de cerveza con Yakult means I'm going to make a combination of beer and Yakult.
There you go.
La combinación más rara
This is the one with the music and also goes for quite a while.
Ya nos etiquetaron muchísimo en videos en donde combinan Yakult con cerveza y
You
tenemos
guys,
que
one of
probarlo.
them's got some
Let's
Yakult,
get that.
one of them's got a beer. He opens the Yakult, he pours into a beer glass, he fills it up with beer.
No hay
Now
mucho
he's
que
got what
decir,
looks
se ve
like a
interesante, se ve
creamy
diferente.
beer,
No sé si voy a sonar como un
and
loco, pero a mí se me antoja.
They look very happy.
Saludcita.
They cheers, salutia, and they look surprised at how delicious this is. And they smash the whole thing. Well, one of the guys did.
Sabe como una
The other guy
cerveza
had like one sip.
muy rica y por alguna razón muy refrescante.
They both
Es
look
una
very
delicia.
happy.
No pueden
They look
seguir
like they enjoyed it a
sin
lot.
probar esta
Oh,
receta.
it's more
Está
sip.
riquísimo.
A bit slower than the other guy.
Nosotros sí la
Just straight up, yeah, they look so happy.
Oh, okay. I can translate this if you like.
Yeah.
So basically, he's saying, it's enough good.
Okay.
It has a taste of a beer, but it's more creamier, more
Okay.
rich.
Yep.
And it has a little raison. I don't know what raison is, but it has a little bit of raison.
Mm.
It's very refreshing.
Yep.
It's delicious. It's a delicious. I can't seem to see. I don't know what he's saying. It says it's very definitive, and we recommend it.
Recommendamos.
We recommend it. It's very, very good.
There you
Which
go.
is Yakult and beer. So how's my fucking Spanish, mate? It's pretty good. I can listen to it way better than I can speak it. That's a summer in Guatemala. And
Yeah, that's pretty good.
25 years ago.
I've always got Yakult in the fridge because the child here drinks it. So I could probably try that live on the pod if we believe what they're saying.
It's muy refrescante, so go for it, mate.
It's highly recommended.
No, refreshing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's creamier.
That too. I'm not going to do that
But
tonight.
the thing is that
eventually.
Yakult's just lactobacillus bacteria, so you may as well drink a fucking kettle sour.
Okay. That's probably why it tastes good.
Mm.
Very good. All right.
Well, there you go. See you at Pinot Palooza.
See you at Pinot Palooza. What time is Pinot Palooza?
11.
11. Okay. We've got this.
Starts at 11, so we need to meet up at 10.
We're going to go for a beer
drinks.
first.
Fuck yeah.
All right. Felons? Check out those flanos.
Maybe Felons or Finn Cools or something like that. So
Where is it? It's at the convention center, right?
it's at
Oh,
it's
the
at
Eka.
the showgrounds. Eka.
Showgrounds. Okay. Oh, well, there's a few breweries around there.
Figure something out. I don't know if they're going to be open at 10 o'clock in the morning, though.
That's true.
But Finn McCool's or something will be open in the morning.
Yeah, okay. We'll go for a beer somewhere. Maybe brewery after.
And then we'll go and have a beer afterwards somewhere.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
See you Saturday.
See you, mate. Love your work.